Hi, welcome back to Technique. I'm Flynn, your packaging expert. Today we're going to take a look at a question that we hear a lot from consumers, but even some people who work with packaging may not know the real answer. And that question is, basically, am I getting ripped off? Here's what I mean. People buy a package, like this bag of chips I happen to have here as an example, and they'll notice that the product doesn't come all the way up to the top of the package. In fact, the level may be, fairly far down, and the rest of the bag is full of air. So is this a trick that the manufacturers are using to stiff me out of my hard-earned money? It's really not, and here's why. Food is, in general, sold by weight. And so on just about any package of food, you'll see what we call a label weight. In this example, that's 5 ounces. So what that's guaranteeing us is no matter what the level of product in the bag, there's going to be at least 5 ounces of that product in here by weight. Indeed, you can see if we put this bag on a scale and open it up, we get our 5 ounces. In fact, a little bit more because we don't count the weight of the bag material, and we also don't target exactly the label weight. We target a little higher because there's some variance in the dosing, and we want to make sure that whether we're slightly high or slightly low from our target weight, we're always above that label weight. As a double check on this, just about any food company is also going to use what we call a check weight. That means they run each bag over basically a scale to make sure that subtracting the weight of the bag material, there's at least the label weight of product in that bag, and any bags that are underweight get rejected, pushed off the line, and never even make it to a consumer. So why do we have all this air in the bag? Well, there's a couple reasons. One is for product protection. Nobody wants to end up with a bag full of crushed chips, and having that air in the bag is almost like a little layer of bubble wrap protecting the product and making sure it's in good shape when it reaches the consumer. The second reason is, as we've looked at before, these bags are made on what we call a vertical form fill seal machine, and these can be fairly high-speed operations. Maybe 30 to 40 bags a minute for a typical production process in a small to medium company. Some real high volume producers are making over 100 bags a minute on each line. And we can't really slow those lines down enough to let us fill these bags all the way to the top. If we did that, we'd be running much slower, and you'd need more equipment, more people, more production space to make the same number of bags. Costs would go way up, and your food, chips, whatever, would get a lot more expensive. Now, there is one area where people might say, yeah, we wish you didn't do it this way, and that's when it comes to changing label weights. We've seen a lot of inflation in the past couple years, and one thing that companies can do is, rather than increase the price of a package, they can take the same package and reduce the label weight. So you may have a bag that looks the same, that used to say 5 ounces, now it says 4 ounces, but nothing else about the package has changed. Now you're still getting those 4 ounces. You're still getting whatever weight of product the package tells you you're getting. But it's understandable that some people might feel like that's a little bit of a bait and switch. It's not necessarily malicious. It can cost a lot to change the size of the package. Not only do you need new packaging material, but you may need new shipping cases, new displays for shelf display. A lot of changes might be required to change that package, but it's understandable that some people who might not notice that change in the label weight would feel a little bit ripped off. So the way around that is verify what that weight is on the package before you buy, and you're essentially guaranteed that that's what you're going to get. Appreciate you joining us today. Hope this was informative. If we can assist you with any packaging needs, or you've got any questions for us, shoot us a note, give us a call, and we'll be glad to tackle them. I'm Flynn, your packaging expert, and on behalf of Technique, we will see you next time.